Thanks for joining me for a short video that explains how creating an artificial actor to use in my videos has been quite a journey. I created a woman called Anya some months ago, and now I'm going to show you how the technology has progressed in leaps and bounds.
Hello, this is Anya. I've been uploaded into Vidnos AI to see if it can bring me to life.
That introduction, by the way, by me, wasn't me at all. It was a voice clone that I'm working on, and don't think I've quite got that right yet. I will. This is Anya, who I created as still images, and this was my first attempt to make her a moving image.
Hello again. I am the avatar that Brian created to help him present his weekly videos.
I was using a platform called Vidnos, which will take still images and bring them to life. Sometimes her arms moved and other parts of her body, but most of the time it was just her head. Well, I didn't think she was ever going to look real if she was just against a 2D background, which you just paste there. So the next step was to try and create some real scenery that she could stand in front of. In other words, a moving image behind her. Some of the tools I was using were on the phone, hence the shape of the picture. And the next step was to make it seem as though she was moving through the street in the background, and that's done by a dolly zoom. Now, if you watch closely, she's probably still just in front of that moving image. It's the way they manipulate the camera. Another month later, and I'd found a tool where I could actually integrate her 3D image with the 3D background, and you'll notice her bike is moving along the cobbled street. I found out that it was down to me to prove the techniques I'm using, so I made Anya sit on a bench to hold onto a guitar, to cast shadows on the ground, to have the wind blowing her hair, and all the scenery around her moved. And just to prove the AI hadn't created Anya and guitar as one piece, I got her to put the guitar down. So now my fully animated actor should be able to walk away from the street and into the park. Yes, she's now totally free to explore the environment. There's a lake in the park, and there are swans on the lake. So there we are, we move from the street to the park, and then I ask her to sit down and take off her coat. Now I'm going to freeze this here. She's taken off her coat, but that wasn't the end of it. For some reason, she had to keep something on. An AI decision, not mine. Time to add some imaginary characters, and the obvious one in the lake is going to be a mermaid. For some reason, the AI thinks that mermaids can fly. Note the interaction, the swans moving in to join in. Now, I noticed on OpenArts that one of their characters walked into the waves of the sea, and the waves splashed around her feet. So I thought, well, I can do that. So Anya, finally having taken off that jacket, is walking in the sea, her feet are breaking the waves, they're splashing up onto her, and we have full interaction, including the footprints that she's leaving behind. I also asked for her to put on a towel and leave the beach, and there wasn't a towel, and suddenly there was. And I didn't tell the AI what nationality she was, and if you don't do that, then AI has its own language, sort of a gibberish that you can't understand. So all the scenery you've seen so far has been generated by the AI. Let's try and put some of my own footage in. And this is a shot from a square in Alicante on our recent visit. By this time I'd created a couple of other characters. I wanted a sort of fairy tale princess and a Prince Charming. And this is a shot I actually took at Marina d'Or in Spain, only I forgot to stipulate that, and it was Anya who walked out of the sea towards him. In another part of Alicante, up near the castle, we found a water fountain. Because it wasn't an actual video of me that I used, the AI created a new version of me. So now I can take my new actors anywhere. This is a photo from 2022 outside our flats, and I've brought Anya home to Arrow Park on the Wirral, where she meets the princess. So that's the Anya created in the last few months, but it really is time for me to move on and put Anya to bed, literally. And although this is the last time you'll see her, note she has finally taken off that coat.